Hey there, everyone. Working on a 2005 Toyota Tacoma. Did a similar um code from one of my previous videos on this one, but I will take you step by step on the diagnostics on how I was able to determine the other one. A little bit more into how I was able to diagnose it and pinpoint the problem. Now, this Tacoma, the light appeared a couple of years ago. Sometimes it does come off, but for the most part, stays lit. Check engine light stays on. We're gonna read the codes, and current codes is vehicle speed sensor P0500. Now, one of the things that I do like checking for is the wheel speed sensors. Let's see here on the transmission as well. So we're gonna go to ABS, and this is how I usually do it. We go in there, and we get our data. And how I usually do it is look at the wheel speed sensors. So I have my wheel speed sensors, and this is how I'm able to determine whether if there is a faulty sensor, and we're gonna monitor the data once I put it on reverse, and then we're gonna go drive. And then if we do see a change in one of, if we don't see a change in the sensors itself, what happens is that, obviously we have a faulty sensor, and then that is probably why the check engine light is turning on. But here we're backing up, and we can see that we have movement or functioning on the wheel speed sensors, and all of them are responding about the same mph. So this already confirms my wheel speed sensors are working as they should. So this yes, it could be intermittent problem. I haven't decided to delete the code and see if the code comes right back on, but as of now, we have the wheel speed sensors working as they should. And one thing that I do want to go back into is we have communications with the module, so that tells me that the ABS is not the issue. We're gonna go with our transmission now module, and I am gonna look for the speed sensor. I can't remember if I looked it up under here or was it in the alright, vehicle speed. There you go. So we're gonna do the exact same test, and then move it. Alright, and we have no signal whatsoever. So this is what needs to change. So I'm gonna accelerate. No change whatsoever. So alright. So right now we have an issue with the vehicle speed sensor, not the sensor itself. There could be other potential problems with this one, but the sensor wiring, and then we want to also see if the ABS module, how does the transmission detects the speed from the ABS. I don't know if it talks to it, so we got to look into that and find out how does the transmission or the engine control module determines the speed, which most likely it will be because of either the turbine speed. So we're gonna go in the engine now, and I was able to do this earlier, and it did move. and right now we don't have nothing. So yeah, right now it's not moving, which that is what we want. So now what I have eliminated is my wheel speed sensors are good. All of them are sending out the signal as they should. I can talk to my ABS module, so that tells me the ABS module is communicating with the ABS sensors. And then here I have the schematic. So we have your front, right, left, front, and then the rear speed sensors, and they are all functioning. And then they goes to the skid control ECU, right rear of engine compartment. So that's the ABS module, I believe. So the inputs go into here. Let's see. We have signals going to the combination meter, which your instrument cluster. So there is a signal that goes to it. I believe it's probably a feedback, input and output signal, according to my other video that I did. And then we have our, for the transmission, let's see here, it says right here, four-wheel drive circuit. So that's for your 4x4. So we want to go back and go to the transmission. Oh, this is a 4x4. So the actual, there's also a sign, a speed signal from the four-wheel drive going to your combination meter as well. But I really thought that I would see a speed sensor. Yeah, I don't see it. So, all we see is the four-wheel drive. Circuit. Rear diff. There we go. Alright, so the transmission, revolution, sensor, transmission. So there's two sensors, the turbine and then for the transmission. So we definitely want to, and those go straight to the ECU itself, those two sensors. So I think that what I would like to do is go to the transmission and then data, and then we're gonna look for the input. We should see it. I don't know if this one will show me the data. There's one. And there's the other one. So we should see RPM change on both of them. so we're putting on gear. All right, they are working. And the vehicle speed. All right, so now what I have determined is that the speed sensors for the turbine and the transmission, they are both working, sending signal to the ECM. There's still no vehicle speed determination, I guess, from the ECM. At this point, I think that I will like to tackle, I would say from the ECM to the instrument cluster is what I want to see. And then another thing, that now that I'm here, I think that I would like to also check for the speed signal from the ABS module to the cluster as well, because I am, and this is with VSC, this one's not without, so I would like to check the speed sensors signals to the cluster. So all this is already pointing to the ECM or cluster, but I still have to find where the signal, if it is shorting out, if there's a loose wire, cut wire, or the signal's not sending from the ECU to the cluster, or the cluster itself is just bad. But I will be able to continue this once I connect all my tools to the wires, the circuit that I want to test with the lab scope, and then I'll be able to see if there's input going into the cluster itself, checking continuity from the ECU to the cluster, and then also from the ABS module to the cluster. So this is where I'm at. I've already been here for 12 minutes, and I was able already to determine and calculate that the speed sensors are working. The speed sensors on the transmissions are all working, so we don't have to worry about that. And then now we just have to look at the signals. Where are they getting lost, or if they are arriving here but this is not translating, just like my other video. But once I open it up, back probe all those wires or pins that I need to, I'll be able to find out what's going on. So stick around.